today will be promoted to... in Shannon for this Division 2 semi-final replay between Aughnasheelin and Kiltubrid. The winners today will be promoted to Division 1. They'll also be in the Division 2 final. The Aughnasheelin team dressed in green and white. They line it as follows. In goal, Martin McHugh. A full back line, Derek Morden, Francis McTague and Andy Gallagher. The half line, Gary Pryor, Joe McGirl and Shawnee Tubman. Midfielders, Micheál Creamer and Niall Murray. The half forwards are Raymond Flynn, Damien Flynn and Micheál Flynn. The full forward line, Eamon Benison, Sean Mahan and Ali Mahan. Out there now in the middle of the field, Chris Carroll and Damien Flynn, with the referee Seamus Heeran down to a right, dressed in their green and red, warming up are the Kiltubrid team. They will line out as follows. In goal, Noel Gill. A full back line of John McGovern, Jerry Waters and Pruntius Reynolds. The half line, Darren Gilmartin, Carol Scollin and Emmett Lee. Midfielders, Barry Doyle and Chris Carroll. The half forwards, John Paul O'Donoghue, Darren McKiernan and Carol Doherty. The full forward line, Brian Foley, Nick O'Donoghue and Raymond Harris. The coin has been tossed out there by referee Seamus Heeran, who for a second time tosses it, puts it on the hand. Both captains have a look, and it would appear that the positions that they have taken up to limber up, that those are the ends they will defend in the first half. So Kiltubrid will play from right to left as we look at it, as their forwards now move up towards the goal on our left. The Aughnasheelin forwards move towards the goal on our right. The midfielders will line up there with Seamus Heeran and seconds away from the semi-final replay. Seamus Heeran gets the game underway, and right away there's a free to Aughnasheelin taken by Micheál Creamer. Christopher Carroll gets it from the knockdown for Kiltubrid, trying to work his way up the field, succeeding in doing so as he lays the ball off there to Barry Doyle. Barry Doyle right up to the middle there towards Nick O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue laying it off to Barry Doyle. Barry Doyle out to John Paul O'Donoghue, but nipping in there was Gary Pryor going back there. The ball eventually knocked way back there, and now it's picked up back there by Derek Moran, who clears the ball out. And now as Niall Murray sends the ball downfield for Aughnasheelin, tried to get it down there towards Ollie Mahan's corner, but the referee had already blown the whistle. The ball had been knocked back towards halfway. There's a free to Aughnasheelin, almost at halfway. Niall Murray is preparing to take it. Right down into the middle, but the Kiltubrid defence dealing with that well. Now it's their attack with John Paul O'Donoghue back there towards Emmett Lee, laying it back to Barry Doyle, and Barry Doyle sending it through into the middle. He tried to get it in towards Carol Doherty, who would appear to maybe be playing at the centre forward. We'll sort that out as the game goes on, as Shawnee Tubman clears the ball down the field. Now this is Eamon Benison tapping it inside, and it's Aughnasheelin with Raymond Flynn going forward. Raymond Flynn from out the field sending it high. That's kept in place. It's punched back across on the end line. It's picked up in there by Noel Gill, who gets it out to Pruntius Reynolds, and Pruntius Reynolds now still coming up the field with it. Pruntius, a low ball across in towards the middle. Emmett Lee up the field there now to Darren McKiernan. Darren McKiernan confronted by Joe McGirl as the ball is played way up there towards Nick O'Donoghue. Francis McTague will go back there to collect for Aughnasheelin, and Francis McTague trying to work his way out. Play on, says the referee, as Now, eventually, the whistle has been blown and the free is to Kiltubrid. This one is to the right of the goal on our left. Number 12 on my list is Carol Doherty. Well taken down there on the goal line and free out. It will be left to goalkeeper Martin McHugh to take. The powerful figure and a fullback Francis McTighe who won that one. This is Darragh McKiernan who will float it in once more. Francis trying to knock it down as it's picked up there now by Enda Kelleher, and Enda Kelleher is fouled as he works his way out for Aughnasheelin. The free must be retaken. So Martin McHugh's kick will drop beyond the midfield. Barry Doyle of Kiltubrid was jumping there. Carol Scollin goes across and tackled by Damien Flynn and fouled, and there's a free. Which Carol Scollin takes. Joe McGirl is there for Aughnasheelin, and Darragh McKiernan goes to put in the challenge. Joe McGirl goes to the ground in possession, free out to Aughnasheelin. Down along the line it goes. Now, Ollie Mahan was fouled, and Ollie Mahan will send the free, but again, Seamus Hayden calling up the play. That has got to be retaken. Into Niall Murray. Niall under pressure from Christy Carroll. Seamus Hayden going in, and he's going to throw the ball up. So a stoppage after. That's a tap down. Michael Creamer and took a war there with Barry Doyle. The free is to Kiltubrid. Up it comes, coming towards the line, out over the sideline. Gary Pryor to take the sideline kick for Aughnasheelin. Right across in. Pick up by Carol Scollin. Lays it back there now to Darren Gilmartin, who feeds it up towards Brian Foley, with the ball knocked out over the sideline. Now, the referee overheard a comment. Meanwhile, Shawnee Tubman is preparing to take the kick for Aughnasheelin. Dropping right down. Now that's the chance for Kiltubrid to clear the lines with Barry Doyle, but Michael Creamer is out there to pick it up, laid off for Gary Pryor. Christy Carroll came in. John Paul O'Donoghue sending it up now towards Darren Gilmartin. Darragh McKiernan, I should say. Darragh McKiernan now. And Darragh going through the middle, sending that took a deflection inside. That's playing on in there. Eventually the ball is in the net as Carol Doherty followed it in. Nick O'Donoghue was in possession, and the referee waited for advantage. Carol Doherty crashing it home. Out towards the middle. Niall Murray couldn't hold. Carol Doherty knocks it on. In towards Nick O'Donoghue. Nick O'Donoghue being chased by Francis McTighe. Still Nick O'Donoghue going forward. The whistle blown by the referee and a free out. So Martin McHugh will take the free out. Out beyond midfield. Now that ball will break for Darragh McKiernan. Shawnee Tubman after him. So also was Niall Murray as Darragh sends the ball way up there. Brian Foley. Foley's kick is going to the left and going wide. Martin McHugh's kick between Micheál Creamer and Barry Doyle is flicked on there where John Paul O'Donoghue picks it up for Kiltubrid, working his way as Gary Pryor is after him. That's into Barry Doyle, and Barry Doyle's shot is curling out to the right and going wide, so the chance of a couple of points there from Kiltubrid missing the target remains 1 goal to no score with just 9 minutes played in the first half. We await that ball to drop out around the middle of the field. Out it comes. Christopher Carroll. John Paul O'Donoghue was in space calling for it. It's played back to Barry Doyle. Barry Doyle feeding Brian Foley's corner. Nick O'Donoghue goes across there and is fouled by Francis McTighe. So Conor Doherty, I called him Carroll earlier on, he's Conor Doherty, and Conor has made it 1-1. Out it comes. So now it's John Paul O'Donoghue to feed it up again towards Nick. Nick there with Francis McTighe, that's come close to the sideline. Nick keeping it in play, laying it in there to Emmett Lee. That's knocked away by Derek Moore, out towards the middle, and Christopher Carroll of Kiltubrid lays it off for Emmett Lee. Tries to slip away from Niall Murray. The support comes from Christopher Carroll. That's high up towards the end line. It remains 1-1 to no score. Out towards the middle. Darren Gilmartin going back to lay it into the middle to Christopher Carroll. Christopher Carroll now trying to get away from Niall Murray. Barry Doyle is there to support, and Barry Doyle feeding the ball right up through. Enda Kelleher tapped it down. Joe McGirl and Joe for Aughnasheelin right down, tried to feed Sean Mahan. Damien Flynn penalised as Emmett Lee takes the free. Joe McGirl knocking it down for Aughnasheelin. Darragh McKiernan fouled as he tried to pick it up. Up to Nick O'Donoghue. Donoghue in to Conor Doherty. And Conor Doherty sends it over the bar. 1-2 for Kiltubrid and Conor Doherty. Martin McHugh's kick is out towards the middle. Micheál Creamer tapping it down for Raymond Flynn. Raymond Flynn to send it through the middle towards Sean Mahan. Jerry Winters was there putting in the challenge and picking it up and clearing it out the field now. That's a nice delivery, but it will beat John Paul O'Donoghue. As Derek Morden prepares to take the sideline kick for Aughnasheelin. That's tapped down inside, and Sean Mahon will lay the ball back to Raymond Flynn. Raymond Flynn turning on to the left and sending it in, and Frontius Reynolds content to let it hop out over the end line. It remains 1-2 to no score. Noel Gill's kick is pulled down there by Micheál Flynn. Down now for Ollie Mahon to chase after. But going back there was John McGovern. Feeding it out towards Darren Gilmartin. Aughnasheelin may about pick it up. They didn't. Christopher Carroll there, but Christopher's pick-up whistled up by the referee, Seamus Heeran. So Sean Mahon to take the free for Aughnasheelin. That's their opener. That coming on 15 minutes. It's 1-2 to 0-1. Out towards the middle. Carol Scollin, referee, has called it up. Dara McKiernan. And Dara with the kick that's out to the left. Carol Scollin to Emmett Lee. Brian Foley. Shawnee Tubman will put in the challenge. Foley sends it over the bar. 1-3 for Kiltubrid, 1 point for Aughnasheelin. 17 played in the first half. Martin McHugh's kick again out towards the middle of the field, and it's Micheál Creamer to Niall Murray. Niall Murray will drop that one in towards Ollie Mahon's corner. Ollie, who's way out now about the centre forward position, turning to try to feed the ball in, but well, Darren Gilmartin reading it well, getting it up towards Conor Doherty. Conor Doherty with the free, further up to Barry Doyle. Up to Darren McKiernan. Still Darren McKiernan in possession. He'll float that ball across to Raymond Harris. Raymond Harris tapping it in for Chris Carroll. And Chris booting it in high. Deflected into the net by John Paul O'Donoghue. Two-three, not one, 18 minutes played. Aughnasheelin are warming up a substitute up here to our left. As the ball comes out towards the middle of the field, Tommy Tubman may soon be in the game for Aughnasheelin as Enda Kelleher goes back to pick it up. He's fouled and there's a free out. Out towards Niall Murray. Niall Murray turning and kicking it high right down into the general direction of the goal. Seamus Heeran has blown it up and has awarded the free to Aughnasheelin. So Sean Mahon, who's going to take the free. Taps it over. And Tommy Tubman goes into the game. 19 and a half minutes played in the first half. Gary Pryor making way. Derek Moran will play at right half and Tommy Tubman at right corner back on the Aughnasheelin team as we await Noel Hill's kick out. Out towards the middle, Niall Murray knocking it down. Christopher Carroll, the one for Kiltubrid, who picks it up, feeds it up towards Raymond Harris. Ball breaking off Raymond Harris as he then collects and boots it through towards Nick O'Donoghue. Francis McTigg is coming across and Francis picking it up. That's blocked down and Nick O'Donoghue now trying to pick it up near the sideline. Free to Kiltubrid. Barry Doyle is going to take it. Referee blowing for forwards in the small rectangle, and Martin McHugh's free comes out to Niall Murray. Down towards Damien Flynn, but that will run further on. Jerry Winters got a touch to it, and John Paul O'Donoghue on now to Carol Scallon. Out towards Brian Foley. And Foley working his way in on the left foot, trying to get room for the shot. Martin McHugh grabs it. Clears it out. Joe McGirl. Joe thought about the layoff, then decides to go for the long one, right down to Eamon Benison. Trunchius Reynolds after him. Benison fouled. He would have preferred to be let go. Raymond Flynn to take the free. Johnny McGoffin, Ollie Mahon, working his way in as Darren Gilmartin puts in the challenge. Ball breaking there in front of goal, and Carol Scallon picking it up and laying it out to Christopher Carroll. Chris Carroll right up now to Darren McKiernan, doesn't quite hold on to it. Shawnee Tubman is the one who was trying to get to it, but Conor Doherty was quick on to it. Now it's Darren McKiernan. Over travelling, says the ref. Out it comes. A foul there on Raymond Flynn. Now can Aughnasheelin with Ollie Mahon do something about their possession? They've got a free. Sean Mahon is coming out to take it. That's coming out of the goal line from the boot of Chris Carroll. Out into space. Francis McTigg picks it up and jabs it on to Micheál Creamer. Micheál Creamer will kick that one in high. Johnny McGovern picks it up for Kiltubrid, and Niall Murray likewise for Aughnasheelin, and Niall Murray booting it in to the left and wide. 2-3 to 0-2 with about 24 minutes played in the first half. Noel Gill's kick. Niall Murray doesn't hold. Carol Scallon for Kiltubrid. Now Darren Gilmartin. Up again for Nick O'Donoghue. Emmett Lee picks it up for Aughnasheelin. Out to Micheál Creamer. Fed out for Raymond Flynn. Trunchius Reynolds. I might have called Shawnee Tubman Emmett Lee a few times. I seem to get the number 7s mixed up a little bit. Conor Doherty is about to take the free for Kiltubrid. That's out to the right. Niall Murray. Conor Doherty watches as Barry Doyle now nips in there in front of Micheál Creamer. He passed it behind his back all right, and Seamus Hearn spotted it. So Seamus having a quick word there with Barry Doyle. And the yellow. Niall Murray dropping it in. It breaks there now for Damien Flynn. Kick smothered. They're still pulling on it in there. And it's coming out now. And Emmett Lee picks it up, sends it out to Barry Doyle. Now Shawnee Tubman for Aughnasheelin to Niall Murray. Well blocked down by John Paul O'Donoghue. Now Conor Doherty. In space is Darragh McKiernan. Shawnee Tubman will have to race back. And that's gone out over the end line and gone wide. Out comes the kick. Micheál Creamer and Barry Doyle contesting for it. It's Creamer who picks it up, supported there by Francis McTague, who will send the long ball. I think he may be at centre half with Joe McGarrell at the back, but we'll check that out as the referee has called up the play. Sean Mahan will drop the free in. Niall Murray's gone running on to it. Murray to shoot, held by Noel Gill in the goal, tackled by Ollie Mahan as it comes out now towards John Paul O'Donoghue. Derek Moran in with the challenge as O'Donoghue now picks it up for Kiltubrid. And John Paul lays it off to Christopher Carroll. Chris to boot it further up. Now it's Nick O'Donoghue to Christopher Carroll. Christopher going for the shot and the point. Two-four, not two. Damien Flynn moved out towards midfield. Niall Murray has gone in to full forward on the Aughnasheelin team. That would possibly mean that Sean Mahan has gone out towards the corner or the wing, and Ollie Mahan is on the 40. Right now it's Francis McTague who fails to pick up possession, and Conor Doherty will feed it up towards Nick O'Donoghue. Joe McGarrell is at full back. They're still in after it in there. Free out now to Aughnasheelin. As Martin McHugh prepares to take the free out, my watch tells me that we're heading towards 30 minutes. There were a few stoppages. I did stop for some of them, but there's not all that much time left in this first half as Micheál Creamer sends the ball down towards Sean Mahan, tackled by Johnny McGovern. Sean is at top of the left. Good blocking down there now by Johnny McGovern. Sean Mahan trying to get up in possession. Referee coming to his aid, awarding the free. Down nearer the goal, it was just the shouts from crowd that drew my attention. There was a little confrontation between a few players. The referee now has gone in to consult with the umpire. Playing added time at the end of the first half as the referee looks for players to talk to. This will be a yellow card for Carol Scollin. And Seamus here still not happy because he wants to speak to somebody else. And that somebody is Ollie Mahan. He's looking for his yellow card and not quite sure if he lost it. He's got it, he shows it, and the kick has gone out to the left and gone wide, and in stoppage time it means 2-4 to 0-2. This has to be a rather interesting day for Pat Pryor, as was the last day, because he at times has managed both these clubs. Noel Gill's kick, half-time whistle from referee Seamus Heron, and Kiltubrid go to the dressing room at half-time with a lead of 2 goals and 4 points to Aughnashielin's 2 points. During the half-time break, we have been taking a shot of the crowd and also of the terraces where the crowd should be, and both teams are back out now for the second half. The teams are ready, the referee is ready, and just as soon as everybody, bar the players and the referee, has left the playing area, the second half will commence. Now, it would appear that Kiltubrid might be sending on a substitute. We'll check that out. No, he's just making his way towards the far side of the field. So the second half gets underway as Damien Flynn sends it up towards Sean Mahan. In to Niall Murray. Jerry Winters will close him down. Now Micheál Flynn. Micheál back there to Niall Murray. Niall sending a low ball into Eamon Benison. Prunchius Reynolds after him. Free in to Aughnasheelin. So Sean Mahan's score of both the Aughnasheelin points so far in the game has now tacked on there at his third with a minute gone in the second half. Noel Gill's kick out to the middle. Gary McKiernan picks it up and sends Kiltubrid onto the attack as that ball is down to Brian Foley, doesn't quite hold on to it. Joe McGarrell comes across. The referee going in to penalise the Aughnasheelin man. Conor Doherty to take the kick. So the referee now going in to consult with his umpires. So Conor Doherty chips it in to Darren McKiernan, who kicks it high. But the referee will not allow it to stand. There was a foul. There's a 13-metre free. Conor Doherty will take the kick. Yellow card for Shawnee Tubman. Off the post and over from Conor Doherty. 2-5 to 3 points. Out it comes now, out towards the middle. Darren Gilmartin feeding it down towards Brian Foley. Andy Kelleher will challenge as that ball breaks inside. Back to Brian Foley, but the referee has blown it up. Hustling up Barry Doyle's pass, which he deemed was a foul pass. Barry says it was a hand pass. Martin McHugh's free. Slipping away there now from Darren Gilmartin. Sean Mahan is there. And the referee is going to throw the ball up between a couple of players. Between Micheál Creamer and Christopher Carroll it will go. Micheál bringing it down but not holding on to it. Damien Flynn for Aughnasheelin. Damien still after it, but he has to get support there from Francis McTighe, who rolls it across. He intended it for Ollie Mahan. Eamon Menison seemed to get a touch. Now Raymond Flynn lays it off to Ollie Mahan. Chasing back there was Carol Scollin. That's a 45. And goalkeeper Martin McHugh has come up to take the 45 for Aughnasheelin. Sean Mahan brings it down to Niall Murray. Murray's kick is blocked out, and that's another 45. Stay around the middle there, Martin. Your presence is required again. Have 2-5 to 3 points, and Martin McHugh floating in the 45. Noel Gill collects on his goal line, tackled and fouled. Out comes the free to Pontius Reynolds. Lays it off there now for Emmett Lee. The long one down the field, and now Raymond Harris. Harris to boot that one on towards Darren McKiernan, but Joe McGarrell comes out in front of Nick O'Donoghue. The ball breaking back there to Raymond Harris of Kiltubrid. Aughnasheelin get the free. Tommy Tubman retrieves. Micheál Creamer to take. Damien Flynn chipping it now for Micheál Flynn. Carol Scollin comes across to collect, and Carol Scollin for Kiltubrid. That may break for Conor Doherty. Shawnee Tubman will come across, but Conor Doherty nicely into the middle to Darren McKiernan. The chance of the score, oh, that's tailed off to the left and it's gone wide. And with 7 minutes played, it remains 2-5 to 3 points. Goes in to the Aughnasheelin team. And going in at left half forward in place of Micheál Flynn. Out comes Martin McHugh's kick. Micheál Creamer picks it up. Eamon Benison coming out. Prunchis Reynolds is there as well. And the ball picked up by Barry Doyle. Oh, good ball through the middle to Darren McKiernan. There's one of the Aughnasheelin players down injured, and that kick has gone out to the right and it's gone wide. Martin McHugh's kick out to Micheál Creamer. Conor Doherty putting in the challenge. Christopher Carroll picking up the ball, but not getting away with it cleanly. Darren Gilmartin to Barry Doyle. Doyle trying to work his way as Francis McTigg is after him. Nicely in there now to the unmarked Christopher Carroll. That's tapped back off the end line. Shawnee Tubman is there for Aughnasheelin. Christy Carroll going in to set up another Kiltubrid attack as John Paul O'Donoghue back to Christopher Carroll. Barry Doyle was waiting, but Christy decides to take the shot. Joe McGirl tapping it down. Conor Doherty knocking the ball back to John Paul, and John Paul sends it to the left and sends it wide. Plenty of chances for Kiltubrid to increase their lead. It remains 2-5 to 3 points. Niall Murray back out around the middle of the field, bringing it down but not holding as John Paul O'Donoghue fouled as he tried to break away. Brian Foley couldn't quite hold on to it, handling it on the ground and the free out. Francis McTigg prepares to take. Up towards Niall Murray. Christopher Carroll tapping it down. And Kieran Moran picking it up. Back to Niall Murray. Right through in towards Eamon Benison. Pushed and the free to Aughnasheelin. Sean Mahon to take it. Sean Mahon points it. It's 2-5 to 0-4. 11 minutes played in the second half. Noel Gill's kick out towards the middle. Damien Flynn. Damien now trying to drive Aughnasheelin forward. Kieran Morden supports. Kieran Morden will feed that one right in there now. Will break for Sean Mahon. Sean trying to draw the defenders. Supported by Niall Murray. Switched across towards the corner. Emmett Lee's clearance comes out. Kieran Morden gets it there now for Aughnasheelin. Micheál Creamer laying the ball across to Niall Murray. Inside now. But Johnny McGovern is there to pick it up and clear it out. A foul on Dara McKiernan. Christopher Carroll to take the free. Brian Foley and Joe McGarrell will chase after that one. Backheeled to Nick O'Donoghue. Back to Brian Foley. Francis McTigg to pick it up and out to Micheál Creamer. Intercepted there now by Darren Gilmartin, and now it's John Paul O'Donoghue who picks it up for Kiltubrid. John Paul in towards Nick, and the O'Donoghue brothers combining there as Nick will lay it off there now. Raymond Harris. Niall Murray out to challenge. Still Raymond Harris. Martin McHugh looks up and grabs it to his chest as Conor Doherty puts in the challenge. It's Enda Kelleher who will make the clearance for Aughnasheelin. Nick O'Donoghue waits and grabs for Kiltubrid, and O'Donoghue to boot it in to the left and send it wide. It remains 2-5 to 4 points. Barry Doyle and another fisted goal for John Paul O'Donoghue. His second goal of the game. Kiltubrid's third. 3-5 to 4 points. 14 minutes played. Kiltubrid look to be heading for Division 1. Out comes the kick. A foul on Damien Flynn. Takes the free, sends it up towards Sean Mahon. Darren Gilmartin and Johnny McGovern putting in the challenge as that's played across in towards Tommy Tubman, who had gone up, but it's Prunchius Reynolds who gets it, and there's a free out to Kiltubrid, and Prunchius sends it out to their 2-goal hero, John Paul O'Donoghue. He couldn't quite pick it up. Derek Morden is there, policed out there by Emmett Lee. Aughnasheelin free. That's gone off Jerry Winters, and it's a 45. Dropped in. Tommy Tubman, referee calling up the play. Free in to Aughnasheelin. Sean Mahon to take the free. Sean Mahon to point it. 3-5 to 0-5. I didn't hear a cheer. Noel Gill's kick out towards the middle. Barry Doyle unchallenged as he grabbed that one. Darren Gilmartin will lay it on for Conor Doherty. Doherty stopped in there now by Kieran Morden, who's fouled. Kieran up towards Niall Murray. That's flicked on to us, Eamon Benison. Prunchius Reynolds in with the challenge. Free out to Kiltubrid. Emmett Lee. Micheál Creamer will pick that up for Aughnasheelin, and Micheál now to boot it up out towards the right. Raymond Flynn and Emmett Lee going for it. It's out over the sideline. That's a Kiltubrid line ball. So Emmett Lee will take this sideline ball for Kiltubrid. Darragh McKiernan trying to pick it up. The free is to Aughnasheelin. Carol Scollin for Kiltubrid. Andy Kelleher couldn't hold. Joe McGirl goes across. Tackled by Nick O'Donoghue. That's jabbed short there now to Shawnee Tubman. Shawnee tackled by Nick O'Donoghue. Free out to Aughnasheelin. Martin McHugh out to Michal Creamer. Up to Damien Flynn. Damien tackled there by Darren Gilmartin. Derek Morden in support. That's gone out over the sideline. So Kiltubrid now making a substitute. So also we're Aughnasheelin. Ollie Cull going into the Aughnasheelin team. I'll have to check on who the Kiltubrid sub is. So John Paul O'Donoghue. Now Cian getting his first touches. That one went in towards Nick O'Donoghue. Andy Kelleher. So with 20 minutes played in the second half, 3 goals between them. Joe McGirl to take the kick. Up to Eamon Benison. The men in green need to raise a few green flags pretty fast, or Division 1 will have to wait. There's a foul on Kieran Moran now. There's a little bit of something that the game could have done without happening at the moment. In it goes from the throw-in. A free for the foul on Eamon Benison. Kicked over the bar by Eamon Benison. 3-5-0-6. My watch tells me there's about 8 minutes or so left in the game. As Noel Gill now prepares to kick out. Francis McTague, free to Aughnasheelin. Up towards Ollie Cull. Pam down. Sean Mahan in possession. Not anymore, he's not. Darren Gilmartin going back, but the referee has called it up. Has awarded the free to Aughnasheelin. Not from there, says the referee. So Sean Mahan decides not to take it in, and Benison does, drops it in. And that's well grabbed and cleared out off the goal line. Now Brian Foley will pick it up for the on-running Conor Doherty. Chips it in, and Kieran Lee in the reverse Kiltubrid colours, shall we say. Now it's Conor Doherty, blocked in there by Martin McHugh, comes out to Shawnee Tubman, out to Damien Flynn. Still Damien now, supported by Michal Creamer. We're heading towards the last 5 minutes. as Carol Scollin works hard to defend the Kiltubrid line. Again, this is getting a little out of hand. Referee Seamus Hearn will need to take these last 5 minutes in hand. There's a lot of tension between these close neighbours. So Seamus preparing to throw the ball up. Christopher Carroll, Shawnee Tubman, and Shawnee now for Aughnasheelin. Johnny McGovern coming across with Sean Mahan, and it's Mahan now who will pick it up. Timmy Hull Creamer. Creamer's shot is curling. That's took a deflection for the 45. Now, Shawnee, I think that has to be kicked from the ground. Michal Creamer will take the kick. Sean Mahan couldn't hold it. Now Kieran Moran trying to set up something for Aughnasheelin. They've got the free in. Damien Flynn. Damien chips it in there. Carol Scollin for Pontius Reynolds. Christopher Carroll and the men in green and red sweep forward. Barry Doyle. That's a 45 to Kiltubrid. Inside the last 3 minutes as Barry Doyle prepares to take the kick. To the right and wide. And as we pick up some of the Kiltubrid people. The walking wounded as Martin prepares to kick out. 2 weeks ago, late goals saved the day for Kiltubrid. Today, early goals clinched it as that ball is coming up now towards Sean Mahan. He's held. Dropping it inside. This is Ollie Mahan. Referee has awarded the penalty to Aughnasheelin for the foul on Ollie Mahan. It's 3-5 to 6 points. Sean Mahan to take the kick. I think he scored 5 of their 6 so far. I'll check that out. The other scorer being Eamon Benison. With just over a minute to go, Aughnasheelin has stuck it in the net there from Sean Mahan. 3-5, 2-1-6. But with a minute to go, they would need 2 more of those to turn this one around. As Noel Gill's kick is tapped down. Crunchiest Reynolds and Eamon Bennetson will chase after it. Crunchiest getting the advantage. And Emmett Lee's free down there now. Trust Darren McKieran and Barry Doyle taking up a good position, taking up possession. Right inside, Enda Kelleher is back there defending for Aughnasheelin. But Darren McKiernan picks it up. Dara sends it high. That's gone wide. My watch is just ticking over on the 30 minutes. 3-5-1-6. That's the scoreboard on the score sheet. As players seek out possession, Eamon Bennetson for Aughnasheelin, laying it off there now for Raymond Flynn. A free to Aughnasheelin. We're in stoppage time at the end of this Division 2 semi-final. Carol Scollin trying to come out with it. There's a free out. So on a scoreline of 3 goals and 5 points to 1 goal and 6, it's the men in green and red, the men from Kiltubrid, who march into the Division 2 final. They head for Division 1 football next season from Pairc, Sean MacDiarmada in Carrick and Shannon. We will say Slán agus Banner.